This episode was absolutely insane. I mean, Kite took it to the next level, and that scythe move at the end, holy shit. Wow.
Hunter x Hunter, okay? Episode 83, okay? Inspiration to evolve.
Holy shit! Did I just see that? Ooh, alright. Well, hello, my brothers and sisters and people that are in Team Kite, which I am now firmly in, of the Nerd Nation. I, as always, am Jim, and I'm here to bring you another review on the awesome and harrowing and action-packed and scythe-filled tale of Hunter x Hunter, motherfunker. That kind of rhymes. Anyway, our last episode wound up, of course, leaving off with Kite, Gon, and Killua having defeated their opponents within the cave that had been taken over of Gyro, the NGL's underground leader, and we knew that there were some ants, Chimera ants, closing in on them. The episode winds up leaving off over there, and you know, as obviously we know that they're about to be attacked at some point or another. We don't know how soon or whatever it's going to be. The episode picks up, and right off the bat, I think it's kind of nice. The characters that were in Kite's group that wound up getting sent back out to go and get help from the Hunter Association. The Hunter Association is now aware of the issue with the Chimera ants, and they have received word, Chairman Netero has received word from the world government to take these things out any means necessary. And it's kind of cool how they do it, because the whole theme running throughout the beginning of it is there's all these weird bugs, like little bug. There's a little bug, you know, climbing on the window as Netero's talking on the phone. You wind up seeing Kite's group, and they're talking about the hierarchy and what they found out about the queen and how things go with the hierarchy, which is very cool, and I'll explain in a second. But then there's like a little ladybug running down the... So you see like all these little bugs, you know, insects during the course of it. Anyway, the Hunter Association winds up getting the go-ahead from the government, any means necessary, to take out the Chimera ants. Netero's smart enough to realize that, yeah, that basically means, like, whatever winds up happening, you're going to go and blame on the Hunter Association after everything's all said and done. But whatever the case is, we assume that they're going to put together a team or whatever, a group, to come in and help and back up Kite and company, you know, Kite and Gon and Killua. So we also wind up seeing, again, when they tell us about the hierarchy, and the way the hierarchy works is before the king is born, the queen goes and has the 3 royal guards, and they're below her, and then below them are these captains that they have, right? And then below the captains are like these, almost like sergeants or whatever you want to call them. They're not just the regular soldier ants, they're like the team leaders. And then there's the actual soldier ants. The whole idea of this, though, is that once she gives birth to the king, everything shifts. The hierarchy shifts then to everybody being underneath the king, and then he kind of goes off and does his shit and starts taking over his part of the world, and then the queen goes and gives birth to another king. So the whole idea is that if this is not contained, they're showing how this can spread and take over the world, and probably, I'm assuming just like a plague or something like that, in a matter of maybe weeks or months. It's probably not even going to take years because of the way this is set up. I don't know the amount of time that passes between when the queen starts, you know, getting ready to settle down to give birth to the king and when he's actually born, but whether it's weeks or months or whatever, it's not fucking good, okay? Simple as that, not good. So, the other thing that we wind up seeing in here is Ramat, if you remember. He has awakened a Nen ability within himself, and I hypothesized and kind of threw my suggestions and out there, and one of them turns out to be correct. It seems like, because Colt's talking to him, it seems like he actually learned Nen and learned how to unlock his Nen by having Nen abilities used against him when he was hit and attacked by Gon and Killua a couple episodes ago. Colt, though, winds up going, and they know that there is another human that's brought, Pakal, I think, was the one that was brought, and he says, you know, if with any luck, that human might still be there. They're hoping they can learn something from him. He asks Ramat to hit him, though. You know, hit him as hard as he can. And Ramat goes and jacks him up. And then all of a sudden it, like, zooms out. And you hear, like, Colt! You know, because Peggy, I think it was saying Colt. So we know that Colt is either hurt, damaged, almost dead, whatever the case may be. The main shift in focus, though, of this episode, and the part that I was just shitting bricks about when I was watching this, and I wound up watching this motherfucker twice. I watched it twice because it was good. It was that good. As we see Kite and Gon and Killua, and they're kind of out and about in the forest now, Kite senses that they're surrounded there, that somebody's near them, that they're surrounded, and all of a sudden, I mean, there's like 100 Chimera ants around them. I don't know, maybe several dozen, maybe it's 100. I don't know the exact count. I know that they're outnumbered probably at least 10 to 1, though, right? So this leader of them, which looks strangely like this goofy sort of frog, like out of a children's book, he goes and he says, you got 3 choices, right? You can either fight us one-on-one and choose what order you want to fight in. You can try to run, or you can surrender. Now, if you fight us one-on-one, that's really your only option, because if you run, we will chase you down and hunt you and kill you, capture you, kill you, feed you the queen, whatever. And if you surrender, we don't want to do that either, right? So Gon and Killua are like, what? And Kite's like, we couldn't have asked for a better deal. They want to fight us one-on-one. They don't want to overwhelm us with the odds that they have, the numbers that they have. And that's actually really cool when you think about it, right? So they're like, who's up first? Who's ready first? So Gon, oh, cool, I'm ready. Hey, put me in, coach. Put me in, coach, you know. So he puts him in. Gon comes in, and he's fighting against this armadillo-like dude, right? Armadillo guy goes and comes up to him, and I like this, man. You know, Gon says, well, how do we determine, you know, the winner and the loser? And guy says, well, when somebody's dead, right? The other person's the winner. And Gon says, yeah, listen, well, if you win, yeah, obviously you get to eat me or whatever, but I don't want to eat you, so I have no reason to kill you. And he's trying to basically give him an out. Like, hey, listen, if I defeat you, you can basically say, hey, I'm defeated, and I won't fucking kill you. Anyway, this dude is just, you know, this Chimera Ant. You can't expect a whole lot from this thing. But he winds up going and attacking Gon a couple of times, you know, comes at him, turns into a ball and comes at him with this, you know, ball roll that he comes at him. Finally, though, he winds up going and he pisses Gon off because he talks about how pretty much, you know, he's, like, human life, they hunt humans just because they're prey. Not to eat, not for sustenance, not even for the queen. Just because the shit's fun, right? So it's kind of like, hey, why are you torturing that guy? Because I want to. You know, you're not getting information out of him. There's no overarching goal for them, really. At least that's what he's saying, other than just to hunt people, right? So Gon gets pissed, man. Dude comes rolling at him, and I think this guy's Barno, something like that. Comes rolling at him, Gon just... I mean, he charges up his aura and shit, lets his Nen lets his Nen ability come out, so he's all... You know? Grabs this dude by the side, and this dude's spinning into him, and Gon just... And Gon just crushes him, right? Just completely crushes and annihilates and kills this dude. Boom! Alright, Gon's team one. Who's next? Killua comes up. Oh, me, boss, me, I'm coming, right? So this big, tall drink of water comes up, right? And he comes up and he's like, ha, 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 I'm 10 times stronger than him. And Killua was like, I wouldn't brag about that. And he's just trying to get under his skin, right? And Killua goes and tries jacking this dude up a couple of times, you know, tries hitting him with his lightning, tries hitting him, you know, with some of his moves. And this dude's armor, you know, his armor is so thick, his shell is so thick, can't pierce it, right? So what does Killua do? Killua bounces around, jumps around, and keeps hitting the same spot over and over again, right? With tactical precision. And anything that's supposedly impervious, you keep hitting it in the same spot, you're eventually going to cause a weak spot, a breakdown of that armor, whatever that shielding is. So you concentrate and attack one area. That's why forces will concentrate and attack one area. And that's really just, I mean, for the most part, it would seem to be common sense, but it's very cool to see the surgical precision in which Killua does it. But you gotta remember, this boy's an assassin, so that's cool, right? Killua looking good. Killua winds up eventually going and breaking through this dude's shell or whatever, and then just fucking guts him like a pig, man. And I'm like, oh my god, takes him out. So then Killua goes and he looks at the other, like, 30, 40, 50 Chimera Ants, and he goes, you got anybody that's 10 times as strong as him? Basically saying, yeah, fuck you, bring it, right? So now Kite's up, my tall drink of water. And I haven't seen this dude in action too much. The only thing we've seen from his crazy slots is the overly long sniper rifle. That's cool, but at the same time, you're like, all right, what's this tall drink of water gonna do? Tall, thin, wispy-looking character, right, with the long hair and just kind of the pointy nose and everything. Look like something out of, like, Nightmare Before Christmas type thing, you know, just like a Jack Skellington, right? So anyway, Kite goes and boom, pull out the crazy slots, and he gets number 2 or number 3, right? And it's this cool, like, just demon scythe from hell. And I mean, this thing's huge. And then Kite goes and he's like, oh, a bad roll. He always says that. He always says it's a bad roll. It's a bad roll, right? Anyway, he goes and he's going to charge up his aura, right? Charging up, and he's got his aura coming on. There's mist coming everywhere and whatnot. And this is the part that I about shit a brick, right? He tells Gon and Killua, he says, on the count of 3, I want you to jump straight up into the air. You understand me? So they're going, and all of it, and I mean, this 3 count is just, man, my heart's going, boom, 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 you know, because the 3 count is like, you know, like a minute in anime time or more, right? All of a sudden, man, they go and jump up in the air. Dude goes and pulls out this fucking ultimate scythe attack, cuts right through everybody. He was gonna go one-on-one with the frog dude, right? That's who he was supposed to go one-on-one with. Hell no! Round the world, baby! Round the world, ring around the rosy, pocket full of posy, ashes, all the fucking ants got cut in half and fell down. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Anyway, I know that was a shitty, tune from the sea. No, but anyway, nursery rhyme, completely just, completely busted up and messed up. But man, I can't even talk. It was so cool just to see it. Because you're just seeing this thing just going through, and I mean, he took out everybody, right? And I'm thinking in my mind, damn, Kite, you that strong, you should have went first. And that's a bad roll? What's a good roll, Kite? Man, absolutely fantastic and amazing, man. Just to see this dude in action. Speaks volumes to how cool and how strong this dude is. And then he's starting to think, we might actually have a chance of being able to find the queen and get to her before she gives birth to the king. Now, keep in mind, the queen still hasn't given birth to the royal guards yet and everything, so maybe we'll have some, I mean, they're there, but they haven't come out of their little sacks or whatever yet, so... nonetheless, though, the episode winds up ending off where we see Colt, and Colt's face got pummeled in by Ramad. But the thing is that he's curious now about Nen. He wants to learn more about it. And him and Peggy, that's where they go and they think that maybe if they find Paco, if he's still there, they can maybe find something out from him, maybe even eating him, whatever, I don't know. But they can figure out a way to enhance themselves by unlocking Nen abilities. So Chimera ants are already strong, are already wicked, already... are certainly coming up with this individuality and asserting themselves and their place, in the hierarchy of things. And many of them are almost defecting with what they're doing, not really listening to the Queen's orders anymore. And honestly, you got a lot of dissension amongst the ranks. But now you've got ones that are trying to go and learn this innate ability that everybody has within them, but only a small percentage of humans actually unlock it. So very cool stuff, man. Holy shit, though. My episode question for you, brothers and sisters. My episode question, it'd be too easy to say, what was your favorite fight, You can answer that too, but what was your favorite fight out of those three? For me, obviously, just Head and Shoulders, even though he just completely annihilated everybody. This was basically tell all your friends, Kite's coming, right? When he went and one-shotted the dude in the last episode, I thought the battle just went too quick. And this time, though, taking out 30, 40, 50 of these, like, soldier and captain ants, I thought was awesome. So my episode question for you, though, is what were your thoughts on this crazy-ass frickin' Scythe of Doom that he wound up using? That the Kite wound up using at the end of this episode. Leave your answer to that question in the comments down below. Feel free to hit the thumbs up, the like button if you should think that I deserve it, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. We look forward to catching all of you in the next Fun Nation. Remember to check out my other channels, follow me on Twitter and Facebook, and as always, thanks for watching.